Hi, my name is Justin Riar Mauhay, your first reporter, and we will be discussing about the Internet of Things. So without further ado, let's start with a definition of Internet of Things. In simple terms, IoT is the interconnectedness of different devices through the use of a mobile app. One best example of how IoT function is a smart home. For example, in the morning when your alarm goes off, the IoT system can open your curtains, brew your coffee, or even open the heater of your shower for you simultaneously or accordingly without having to do much physical work. Another example is the popular Hey Alexa, where you can just say things you want, such as Hey Alexa, turn on the lights, and the system will automatically do it for you. So, what are the importance of Internet of Things? First is better insights. For example, in a healthcare facility, IoT devices can monitor patient vitals 24/7 on a real-time basis, allowing the doctors to provide personalized care. Second is enhanced customer experience. IoT makes it convenient for the customer to live their life with even a simple task such as turning on and off the lights without having to actually do it through its system. The last one is improved efficiency. IoT enables organizations to track assets, optimize systems, and reduce waste through advanced data collection and analytics. Smart sensors can monitor production lines for failures, ensure machines receive preventative maintenance when needed, or adjust heating and lighting usage in offices based on occupancy. By integrating Internet of Things, businesses can streamline operations, minimize downtime, and improve overall performance. Through our report, you will be having a deep understanding of Internet of Things as well as learn about how IoT function in many different sectors such as in smart cities, manufacturing, and healthcare. And all of this will be discussed by the following reporters.
So, good day everyone. I am Kimiko Hermoso and today I will discuss the Internet of Things or IoT in smart cities. So, the Internet of Things or IoT is a system where everyday objects are connected to the Internet, allowing them to send and receive data. In the context of smart cities, IoT plays a crucial role in transforming urban environments into more efficient, sustainable, and livable spaces. By integrating technology into city infrastructure, IoT helps city planners and residents make better decisions based on real-time data. So here are some key applications of IoT. The first one is for smart traffic management. For real-time traffic monitoring, so sensors placed on roads can track vehicle movement and congestion levels. This information can be used to adjust traffic signals dynamically, reducing wait times and improving traffic flow. For the smart traffic signals naman, these signals can change based on real-time data, allowing for smoother transition during peak hours and reducing the likelihood of accidents. Next one is the smart waste management for IoT-enabled bins. So waste bins equipped with sensors can detect when they are full. This information is sent to waste management services, which can optimize collection routes and schedules, leading to fewer trips and lower fuel costs. For recycling tracking, some smart bins can also track recycling rates, helping cities promote sustainable practices among residents. For the energy efficiency naman, for smart grids, these are advanced electrical grids that use IoT technology to monitor energy usage across the city. They can balance supply and demand more effectively, reducing waste and lowering costs. For smart streetlights equipped with sensors can adjust their brightness based on the presence of pedestrians or vehicles, conserving energy when not needed. And lastly, for the public safety, IoT-based surveillance systems, cameras, and sensors throughout the city can monitor public spaces for unusual activity. This data can help law enforcement respond faster to incidents and enhance overall public safety. And for the emergency alerts, IoT system can send real-time alerts to residents about emergencies such as severe weather or safety threats, ensuring timely responses. And lastly, for the impact of IoT on smart cities, it enhances urban planning with access to real-time data. City planners can make informed decisions about infrastructure improvements and resource allocation, and also reduce congestion. Smart traffic system help minimize delays and improve travel times for commuters, leading to a smoother flow of traffic. And it also improve quality of life. Residents benefit from cleaner streets, safer neighborhoods, and more efficient public services. Overall, smart cities create a more enjoyable living environment.
Our next topic is about the Internet of Things in manufacturing. So in this topic, we were going to tackle how internet contributes to the enhancement of manufacturing industries, how it helps to the supply chain management and the safety and security of our manufacturing businesses, and kung paano siya nakakatulong in terms of our data collection and analysis, which leads into the increase of efficiency and productivity of the manufacturing business. The Internet of Things plays a significant role in manufacturing industry. First is to embrace the smart manufacturing. Kasi 'di ba, because of Internet of Things, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga devices and application software, whereas doon natin monitor yung quality at yung mga kalagayan ng ating products or doon sa ating production site, kahit hindi na tayo physically na bumisita doon sa ating mga factories. Alam natin kung anong nangyayari doon sa mga product natin. Next is to unlock a wealth of benefits, kasi 'di ba, when we have good production quality of our product, or maganda yung mga product natin, mas maraming tatangkilik and bibili dun sa mga product natin, at syempre mas maraming benefits din yung makukuha natin. Specifically, nakakatulong ang ating Internet of Things in predictive maintenance of machinery. So, IoT sensors monitor machinery and equipment health. With the use of ating IoT sensors, makikita natin or mamonitor natin yung lagay ng ating mga machinery and equipment na ginagamit natin sa pag-produce ng ating products. So, this reduces downtime, minimizes maintenance costs, and extends assets lifespan. Kasi, for example, nakita natin doon sa ating sensor na yung isang equipment is meron ng sira or meron ng damage. So, bago pa lumaki yung damage na yon, mape-prevent mo na siya, kasi syempre hindi mo nagagamitin yung equipment para wala nang malaking damage na magawa. So, it results to the minimizing of maintenance cost. At syempre, mapapahaba mo pa yung lifespan ng asset, kasi maliit pa lang yung sira niya is napa-maintenance mo na siya, or na-prevent mo na agad yung magiging malaking damage niya pa in the future. Next is inventory management through IoT-enabled tracking system. This reduces the risk of stockouts or excessive inventory. So, dito, halimbawa nakita mo na sa monitor mo na yung inventory ng product na yun is kukonti na lang. So, before pa maubos yung product na yun or mag-stock out, kukuha ka na agad ng inventory na ipapalit doon. And then, syempre, sa excessive inventory, for example, nakita mo ang dami mo ng inventory doon sa specific product na yon. So, syempre, hindi ka muna kukuha ng mga inventory na idadagdag mo, kasi magiging sobrang madami. And then, syempre, magre-reduce din siya ng waste, kasi kapag sobra-sobra na yung mga product or yung inventory natin, yung iba may tatapon na lang, kasi meron 'di ba tayong mga materials and inventory na hindi naman ganun nagtatagal yung mga buhay, or nasisira agad. Another one is the real-time monitoring of production lines. IoT-powered security systems continuously monitor environmental conditions, worker movements, and equipment performance in real time, enabling early detection of potential hazards. So, dahil monitor mo yung iyong production line, so may makikita mo agad kung ano yung mga problema or madedetect mo agad kung ano yung mga potential hazards. So, bago pa mangyari yung mga hazards na yon, mapipigilan mo na siya or makakapag-create ka na ng solutions para hindi na mag-occur pa yung mga hazard na paparating in the future. Overall, malaki ang nagiging contribution ng ating Internet of Things when it comes to our manufacturing industries. Pero kailangan careful din tayo sa paggamit ng mga ito kasi hindi naman natin may iwasan yung mga risk and hazards na pwede ring mag-occur pag ginamit natin ang ating internet.
So good day. Next na topic po natin is IoT in healthcare. But first, let's define what is IoT in healthcare. Ang Internet of Things o IoT sa healthcare ay mga technology na nag-uugnay sa mga medical devices, sensors, at applications sa internet. Nagagawa nitong mag-collect, mag-store, at mag-share ng health data in real time. At ang pangunahing layunin ng IoT sa healthcare ay mapabuti ang kalidad ng serbisyo, mamonitor ang kondisyon ng pasyente kahit nasa malayo at gawing mas efficient ang mga proseso sa ospital. Next is the key applications. Number 1 is wearable devices for health monitoring. Ang mga wearable devices tulad ng smartwatch at fitness trackers ay nakakakuha ng health data katulad na lang ng heart rate, blood pressure, oxygen level, at physical activity. Ang mga data na ito ay pwedeng makita agad ng user at ma-share sa mga healthcare providers para sa mas mabilis na diagnosis. Halimbawa, ang Fitbit ay kaya mag-monitor ng heart rate at calorie burn, habang ang Apple Watch naman ay may ECG feature na nakakakita ng early signs ng heart irregularities. Number 2 is IoT-enabled medical devices. Ito ang mga advanced devices na directly connected sa internet para magbigay ng continuous care. Katulad na lang ng insulin pumps, pacemakers, at smart inhalers. Ang mga ito ay nagbibigay ng alerts kung may abnormalities o magpadala ng data sa healthcare system para sa preventive measures. Halimbawa, ang isang IoT-connected pacemaker ay nagmamonitor ng heart rate ng mga pasyente at nagpapadala ng alerts kung may signs ng arrhythmia. Next is smart hospitals. So sa mga hospitals, ginagamit ng IoT para mas mapadali ang operasyon. Ang asset tracking ay nakakatulong para mas mabilis na mahanap ang mga critical medical equipment at automated workflows tulad ng reminders sa medication schedule of patient appointments para mas mapabilis ang trabaho. Halimbawa ay ang IoT sensors ay ginagamit para mahanap agad ang mga portable X-ray machines o wheelchairs sa isang malaking ospital. So next is the impact. So ano nga ba yung impact ng IoT in healthcare? Number 1 is better patient care. Mas personalized ang healthcare dahil real-time na natutukoy ang kondisyon ng pasyente. Pwedeng i-adjust agad ang treatment based na data na nakuha mula sa IoT devices. Number 2 is remote monitoring. Hindi na kailangan pumunta ng pasyente sa ospital para sa basic check-up. Next is reduce hospital visits. So dahil sa IoT, nababawasan ang unnecessary hospital visits at nababawasan din ang mga pressures sa healthcare facilities at nagiging mas cost-efficient para sa mga pasyente. Halimbawa, kung may IoT device ang isang senior citizen para sa daily monitoring, hindi niya na kailangang pumunta sa isang ospital maliban na lang kung may emergency.
Let's go to the next part, overview of security issues. We have the first one here, IoT devices as vulnerable entry points for cyber attacks. We have 5 types. The first one is weak password. Because of weak password or yung mga default na password na madaling hulaan, yung mga hacker is magagamit ito upang makapasok doon sa device and makontrol nga ito. And hindi lang yon, maaari din gamitin ng hacker ito bilang daan para makapasok pa sa mas malaking network. The second one is insecure network services. Dito, kadalasang gumagamit yung mga IoT devices na hindi secure na protocol tulad ng HTTP and FTP, which is nagpapadala sila ng mga data ng walang encryption. Dahilan nito para mas madaling ma-intercept ng mga attacker yung communication and i-manipulate yung mga data. The third one is inadequate device management. Dito is maraming IoT device ang walang sapat na process para doon sa pamamahala and pag-update ng kanilang mga device, which is magiging target sila ng mga malware and other types pa na cyber attacks. The fourth one is physical vulnerabilities. Dito, yung mga IoT devices naman is kadalasang nilalagay sa mga remote o hindi secure na location yung devices nila, which is nagpapadali sa mga attacker na i-manipulate yung mga data, lalo na kung hindi nila maayos na protektahan yon. The last one is botnets or DDoS and DDoS attacks. Yung mga compromised na IoT devices is maaaring pagsama-samahin yan ng botnets, which is ginagamit para magsagawa ng distributed denial of service or DDoS attacks. Yung mga pag-atake yun is nagiging sani para makaabala sa service and makapinsala doon sa operation. The next one is challenges due to lack of standardization and secure protocols. The first one is diversity of devices. Dahil sa pagkakaiba-iba ng mga IoT devices, ah, operating system and functionalities, ito yung mga nagpapahirap sa pagpapatupad ng para-parehong security. Yung mga pagkakaibang yun is nagiging dahilan para magkaroon ng hole doon sa security, which is maaari nga silang ma-attack ng mga hacker. The second one is inconsistent security protocols. Dito is dahil walang standardized security protocols in devices, maraming device yung gumagamit ng luma o hindi na secure na way para sa pagpapadala and pag-iimbak ng mga datas, which is nagdaragdag sa additional na danger para sa mga devices kung sakali mang umatake yung mga hackers. The third one is legacy systems. Dito naman, maraming organization yung patuloy na gumagamit ng mga luma and doon nga sa legacy IoT devices, which is hindi regular na na-update or napapanatili nila. Kaya mas madali silang matarget ng cyber attacks. The next one is insufficient regulatory frameworks. Dito naman yung kawalan nila sa regulation tungkol sa security ng IoT is nagiging dahilan para mas hindi bigyang priority ng mga manufacturer yung security ng kanilang design or business or device. The last one is complex ecosystem. Dito naman, yung isang weakness ng device is maaaring makasira sa buong network. Mahirap yung i-handle and protektahan since hindi lang isa ang hawak ng network or hindi lang isang device ang hawak ng network, marami yon. Let's go to its key concept. We have here data breaches and privacy violations. The first one is sensitive information exposure. Kung makompromise ng isang IoT device, maaari ding malik yung sensitive data, which is nagre-result yun sa identity theft or financial fraud. Halimbawa nun is hindi na-encrypt yung data, which is mas madali ma-intercept nga ng mga attacker. The next one is regulatory consequences. Dito naman is yung mga organization na hindi na protektahan yung mga data nila sa gumagamit is maaring yung mga organization na hindi na protektahan yung data sa mga gumagamit is maaring harapin yung mga legal consequences sa ilalim ng GDPR o CCPA. Yung mga breach na yon is nagiging sanhi ng pagkawala ng tiwala ng consumer doon sa business or company, which is may malaki ding babayaran. The next one is complexity of detection. Dito, sa dami ng data na kino-collect ng IoT devices is mas magpapahirap yun sa pagtukoy kung kailan nagkaroon ng breach. And yung pagkabagal ng response is maaari magpalala pa nga sa epekto ng paglabas ng data. We have the next one is unauthorized access to IoT devices. The first one, weak authentication. Dito, maraming IoT devices yung gumagamit nga ng default password or may hinang password, which is nagpapadali sa mga hacker na mas matarget sila. Kapag napasok ng attacker yung isang device, maaari silang lumipat papunta pa sa ibang bahagi ng network. The second one, exploitation of vulnerabilities. Maaari samantalahin ng mga attacker yung mga kilalang mahinang outdated firmware or insecure network protocols para makontrol nga nila yung device. Yung mga unauthorized access ay mas maaari magdulot ng mas malaking problem tulad nga ng pagmaninipula ng system or controls. The last one is potential for physical harm. Sa mga critical infrastructure settings, yung mga unauthorized access ay magdudulot ng physical na danger. Halimbawa is kung makontrol ng hacker ang medical devices or machinery ng isang company, maaari nga magdulot ng mas malaking panganib and sa operation nila is maantala yon. The last part of key concept is risk from outdated or unpatched IoT softwares. Known vulnerabilities. Dito naman, maraming IoT devices yung mga hindi na regular na nag-update, kaya mas madali silang matarget para dun sa attack, para para sila ay ma-attack. And yung mga active na cyber criminals, hahanapin nila yung weakness ng device na yun. Second one, increase attack surface. Dito naman, yung nature ng IT ecosystem is pag yung outdated device is maaari maging entry point para sa mga attacker na pumasok doon sa device, nagiging sanhi din yun para malagay sa danger yung buong network. The third one is lack of manufacturer support. Dito, yung ilang manufacturer hindi nabibigyan ng support or updates yung devices nila. Kaya marami doon ay vulnerable. And vulnerable na and hanggang future or hanggang let's go to solution and best practices. The first part is implementing encryption and secure communication protocols. We have two types of encryption. The first one is symmetric encryption. Dito, gumagamit ng isang key para sa parehong encryption at decryption. Ginagawa yan para mas mabilis at epektibo. Ang isang advanced encryption standard ay kilalang symmetric algorithm. The second one is asymmetric encryption. Again, dito gumagamit ng parehong keys, which is public and private. Kung sa asymmetric encryption and decryption, dito naman public at private keys para mas maging ligtas pag nag-change ng data. Ang RSA algorithm is yung halimbawa kung saan yung isang key nag-i-encrypt ng data at yung isa naman ay nagde-decrypt. Next, secure protocols. Yung mga protocols tulad ng SSL, TLS, or secure socket layers or transport layer security is important para mas mapatatag yung security ng internet. Yung mga protocol na yun is nag-i-encrypt ng data habang pinapadala ito. Kaya kahit ma-intercept ng attacker is mananatiling hindi mababasa yung mga information ng mga unauthorized na people or unauthorized access. Authentication and integrity. Yung mga secure communication protocols is nagbibigay din ng mechanism para sa pag-verify ng mga nag-uusap and matiyak kung yung ipinapadalang data is buo. Nakakatulong yun para mas maiwasan yung man-in-the-middle attacks at matiyak na walang changes doon sa data na ipinadala. Next part is regular software updates and patches. First, addressing vulnerabilities. Yung mga software updates is kadalasan naglalaman ng mga patches para sa mga kilalang vulnerabilities na maaaring samantalahin ito, katulad ng hackers. Yung regular na pag-update ng device is nakakatulong para mawala or maisara yung hole na sinasabi nga kanina para sa security ng device. Second, automated updates. Dito naman maraming modern IoT device yung nag-aalok para dun sa automated update features kung saan yung mga manufacturer is maaari nilang i-secure yung mga device nila and hindi na kailangan ng intervention. Tinitiyak din ito na yung mga device is palaging nagre-run sa yung mga device na yun is sinisigurado nilang updated and nakakasunod sa kung anong uso ngayon and yung latest version ng software. The last is user's responsibility. Dito naman, dapat malaman ng mga users yung kanilang responsibility nila doon sa pagsisecure ng device and sa pamamagitan nun is nag-enable yung automatic updates kapag available and regular na nasi-check nila yung updates kung needed man. The next one is user awareness and responsibility. Strong passwords. Dapat na mag-create or gumamit ng malalakas na password para dun sa IoT devices imbis na gumawa ng mahihina na password. Yung mga simple way na yun is magkakaroon ng possibility na hindi ma-authorize ng mga hacker yung device. The next one is security practices. And dapat ipaalam sa mga users yung tungkol sa rules and regulation ng pag-disable ng features tulad nga nung remote access and regular na inaalam yung settings ng device and inuunawa yung mga privacy settings para malaman nila kung ano yung dapat na gawin nila para protektahan yung kanilang data. The last one, awareness of phishing attacks. Dapat na maging mapanuri yung mga users laban sa phishing attempts, which is that way kasi maaaring ma-attack sila ng mga hackers or ma-attack ng hackers yung kanilang accounts or devices. Yung mga pagsasanay na yun is mas makikilala yung mga kahina-hinalang email or messages which is makakatulong para mas maiwasan pa yung pag-attack ng mga hackers. The last part is global examples of Internet of Things security breaches. There are 7 case studies here or incidents illustrating the risk security breaches. The first one is Mirai botnet attack. Ito is isa sila sa pinakakilalang paglabag ng security na IoT na nangyari noong October 2016. Yung pag-attack na yun is nag-target sa mga internet-connected devices tulad ng mga routers at cameras, which is naglikha ng isang malaking botnet na naglunsad ng Distributed Denial Service or DDoS attack laban sa DNS provider na DIN. Next one is Fitbit Area Smart Scale Attack. Dito naman sa incident na to is isinagawa ng mga attacker yung isang man in the middle or ITM attack sa Fitbit area. Isang smart scales na nagtala ng data sa kalusugan ng gumagamit. Third one is Google Nest Thermostat Vulnerability. Dito naman nalaman ng Google Nest Thermostat yung kahinaan ng process ng firmware updates. The fourth one, Tesla Model Security Breach. Security Breach. Yung Tesla Model S is nakaharap nila isang security breach na sinamantala ng mga attacker yung weakness ng Wi-Fi system ng service centers at changing station nito. The fifth one, St. Jude Medical Implantable Devices. Dito naman yung St. Jude Medical is naharap nila yung pagsusuri dahil sa weaknesses ng kanilang implantable cardiac devices, which is maaari nga i-manipulate ng mga hacker yung data doon, which is danger para sa mga patients ng medical. Ring Home Security Camera Breach. Dito naman, yung Ring Home Security Camera System is nakaranas sila ng dalawang malaking breaches kung saan nakakuha yung mga hackers ng live feeds as cameras mula sa customer. The last one, Nortec Security and Control Access Breach. Dito natagpuan ng Nortec yung maraming vulnerabilities sa access control system nila, which is nagbigay daan yon or naging way para makontrol yon ng mga hackers. And that's all for the overview of security issues.
And last, for our discussion is the conclusion for our topic. Here, I will discuss about the summary of key points, which is about the highlight of Internet of Things application in smart cities, manufacturing, and healthcare. Also, about the importance of addressing security concerns. And in the future outlook naman, is about innovation and opportunities in Internet of Things, and why there is a need for stricter security standards and global cooperation. And last is for the call of action. It is about encouraging the organizations, government, and users to embrace IoT responsibly and securely. Summary of key points. Here, I will highlight the application of Internet of Things in smart cities, manufacturing, and healthcare. The Internet of Things is playing a crucial role in transforming various industries, making them smarter, more efficient, and more connected. In smart cities, Internet of Things helps cities run more smoothly. For example, sensors can manage traffic flow, optimize energy use, and monitor air quality, all of which leads to safer, greener, and more convenient urban spaces for people to live in. In manufacturing, IoT is changing the way factories operate. Machines and devices are connected to collect data, predict maintenance needs, and streamline products. This leads to less downtime, more efficient operations, and better quality products. In healthcare, IoT is improving patient care. Devices like smart wearable track, vital signs, and health data in real time. For example, yung relo. 'Di ba? There's a watch that counts how many times you walk or step in a day or every time na maglalakad ka. It is one of the wearable track vital signs and health data in real time. And it allows the doctor to monitor patients remotely. This not only enhances treatment but also reduces hospital visits and makes healthcare more personalized. In all these areas, Internet of Things is creating smarter, more efficient systems, benefiting both individuals and organizations by improving the way we live, work, and stay healthy. Still, under the summary of key points, we have key points on the importance of addressing security concerns in IoT, which are the sensitive data protection, preventing cyber attacks, ensuring privacy, building trust, safeguarding critical infrastructure, and ongoing protection. Securing the Internet of Things is absolutely essential because these devices are constantly collecting and transmitting sensitive data. If not properly protected, they can be hacked, exposing personal information or cause harm to critical systems. Without strong security, cyber attacks can lead to data breaches, service disruption, and even threat to people's safety. Think about smart home devices or health monitors. If those are not secure, someone's privacy could be compromised or mas malala pa. By prioritizing security, we can protect both our personal data and vital infrastructure like the healthcare or energy systems. It also builds trust as users feel more confident when they know their devices are safe from potential threats. Ultimately, regular security updates and strong protection measures are key to keeping IoT devices securing and ensuring they continue to work safely and reliably in our daily lives. So, after the summary of key points, we have the future outlook, where first I will discuss about the innovation in the Internet of Things. IoT is constantly evolving, and some recent innovations are truly changing the way we live and work. Some of the exciting developments are here. First is the 5G integration. With the rollout of 5G, IoT devices can now communicate faster and more reliably. This means real-time data sharing between devices, enabling everything from smart cities to self-driving cars, where every millisecond counts. Second is the edge computing. Instead of sending all data to the cloud for processing, edge computing allows devices to analyze data locally, right where it's generated. There reduces delays and makes IoT applications much faster and more responsive, especially those in critical fields like healthcare and manufacturing. Third is the AI and machine learning. IoT devices are becoming smarter by incorporating AI and machine learning. They are able to learn from the data they collect, make decisions on their own, and even predict future events. This means less human intervention and more automation, which leads to greater efficiency in areas like manufacturing, healthcare, and beyond. Fourth is the wearable technology. Wearable like fitness trackers and smartwatches are becoming more advanced with the ability to monitor not just the physical activity but also things like heart rate, sleep patterns, and even blood sugar levels. This helps people stay on top of their health and gives doctors real-time data to provide better care. Fifth is the smart homes and buildings. IoT is making homes and buildings more intelligent, from smart thermostats that adjust temperatures based on your schedule to security systems that can control remotely. IoT is creating more comfortable, energy efficient, and secure living spaces. The second topic under the future outlook is the opportunities in the Internet of Things. IoT opens up exciting new opportunities in various fields, offering ways to improve efficiencies, save resources, and enhance everyday experiences. Here are some of the biggest opportunities of IoT. First is the smart cities. IoT is helping cities become more sustainable and livable. With the smart sensors, cities can better manage things like traffic flow, waste collection, and energy use, leading to cleaner, safer, and more efficient urban environments. Second is the industrial IoT. In the industries like manufacturing, IoT is revolutionizing the way companies operate. Real-time data from connected machines can help predict when a machine needs maintenance before it breaks down, leading to smoother operations, lower costs, and better quality control. Third is the healthcare and remote monitoring. In healthcare, IoT devices can continuously monitor patients' health and send data directly to healthcare providers. This allows for better, more personalized care and also enables telemedicine so patients can receive treatment without leaving their homes. Fourth is the agricultural and smart farming. IoT in agriculture helps farmers track soil moisture, temperature, and crop health, allowing them to use water and other resources more efficiently. This leads to better yields, lower costs, and more sustainable farming practices. Fifth is the supply chain and logistics. IoT is also transforming supply chains by allowing businesses to track inventory and shipments in real time. This helps companies make more informed decisions, avoid delays, and improve efficiencies, all while reducing waste. Six is the consumer products and services. IoT is making everyday products smarter and more connected. From refrigerators that can track your grocery list to personalized shopping experiences, IoT is reshaping how we interact with products and services, making them more convenient and tailored to our needs. The innovation in IoT are making devices smarter, faster, and more efficient, opening up countless opportunities across industries. From improving healthcare to building smart cities, IoT is shaping a future where everything is connected and more streamlined. So the third topic under future outlook is the stricter security standard and global cooperation. Why do we need the stricter security standard and global cooperation? Stricter security standard and global cooperation are crucial because IoT devices are becoming a big part of our everyday daily lives and are often connected to sensitive data from personal information to critical services. If these devices are not properly secured, they are easy targets for hackers, which could lead to data theft, privacy breaches, or even disruption to essential systems like healthcare, transportation, or energy. Global cooperation is needed because cyber threats don't respect borders. Hackers can target systems anywhere in the world, so it's important that countries work together to set common security standards. By doing this, we can make IoT devices safer and harder to attack, protecting people and businesses everywhere. Strong unified security measures give us more peace of mind in an increasingly connected world. Di ba nga sa globalization, we are growing more interdependent to each other. The last part of my conclusion is that the call for action. To fully benefit from the Internet of Things, it's essential for organizations, government, and users to adopt responsible and secure practices. Organizations must prioritize IoT security to practice data, protect data, build trust, and stay competitive. Government should establish clear regulations and foster global cooperation to ensure safe and standardized IoT use. Users need to be proactive about their own security, such as updating devices and being mindful of the data they share. By working together to embrace IoT securely, we can unlock its full potential while minimizing the risk of continuous evolution of IoT and while protecting our privacy. And that's all for our presentation. I hope it's clear and you learned something. Thank you for listening.